You know, stink bugs are one of the major economic insect pests of soybeans in North Carolina every year, trading the second spot with soybean loopers, just depending on the year. They're really seed feeders, so we've come out here to this field in the Piedmont and found this soybean field that's at R5. R5 is a prime time for stink bugs to feed because that's when the seed is forming inside of the pod. They'll continue to feeding through R6, and then as we harvest our corn and move later on in the season, these later planted fields become green islands that attract stink bugs to feed there. So it's really important that we scout this crop throughout the season, and especially as we move later into the season. We have a number of different species. 3 of them can be lumped together: the brown stink bug, the green stink bug, and the southern green stink bug. And here in the Piedmont and into the mountains, we have a special insect called the brown marmorated stink bug. That one behaves a little bit differently and should be scouted a little bit differently than those other 3. Now those stink bugs can be scouted with either a sweep net if you're on rows below 30 inches, or with a drop cloth if you're on rows that are wider than 30 inches. It's important to use these because that's what our thresholds are based on. Our beans are susceptible to stink bug feeding, although we do double our thresholds once we hit R7. We have a number of different effective products. Brown stink bug's a little bit tougher to kill, so we recommend bifenthrin, a special kind of pyrethroid for that stink bug. But for the green stink bug, the southern green stink bug, and the brown marmorated stink bug, there's a number of different effective products. Pyrethroids tend to work well. So in summary, it's very important to scout your soybeans for stink bugs, focusing on those later planted fields, especially as we go on later in the season, as those things are the only thing out there in the cropping environment for stink bugs to feed on. You can find our thresholds listed on the website here, remembering to use the drop cloth and the sweep net to use those thresholds effectively.